to Mystery Island Virtual Vacation Bible School. Woohoo! It's finally here! Yay! High five, Sunny! This is my pal, Sunny, and she's going to be here with us all week long. Now, Sunny is a bit of a prankster. This morning, I was going to go put my makeup on, and there were Fruit Loops in my makeup bag. All right, so before we get started, I have a couple of things I need to tell you. So the bags that you picked up, inside is a bag that says Monday. That is your craft and your snack for today. And then also you received a treasure box. So at the end of each time, you can go ahead and pick out 2 treasures out of here. Now there is a box in there that Sunny put in. It says don't open until Friday, so don't open it until Friday, okay?
Cross your heart, kiss your elbow.
All right, so, and also after Sunny and I are done, we're gonna have another teaching lesson with Mr. Phil. And then after Mr. Phil, we have some of our awesome teens talking about their faith. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Sunny, what are some fun things that you like to do here on Mystery Island?
Well, I really like to walk on the beach and collect some seashells. I like to go get smoothies from the smoothie place. Strawberry banana. It's very delicious. Also, another thing that I really like to do is to hang 10.
Hang 10? What does that mean?
Ever surfed before?
Nope, but I know what a surfer looks like.
Well, surfers like to have their 10 toes hang over the front of their surfboard while they're riding the waves. It's cool.
That would be amazing. But there's a different number that I'm thinking about today besides the number 10.
What is it?
1.
The number 1. Numero uno. One and only. The big O1.
I think we get the idea. Number 1.
It sure wouldn't work to hang 1. Can you imagine just having one big toe hang over a surfboard? Or maybe one pinky toe. Now that would be a trick.
Sunny, I wasn't talking about toes.
Oh, well, what are you talking about?
God, I'm talking about God.
God? What does he have to do with the number 1?
Well, that's what we're going to be learning about today. We're going to be learning about how God is number 1.
Oh, I get it. There's only one God. But wait a minute. I have a friend who believes in lots of gods.
Well, Sunny, there is only one true God.
How do you know?
Because the Bible tells us it's the only perfect book in the world written by God himself. So if the Bible says it, that settles it.
What? Wait, what's God like? Can he curl his tongue like in a tube shape? My friend Herbert can do that.
Well, good for Herbert, but God isn't like any person. He's different. First of all, he can never make a mistake, ever.
You mean he's perfect?
Forever perfect.
Wow, that would really come in handy when I'm doing my math homework. It's so hard to remember the addition facts.
God invented math, so he knows everything about math and everything else. God also can't lie.
What? You mean he always tells the truth?
Always.
My big brother doesn't always tell the truth. He told someone he's in 5th grade, but he's only in 3rd.
Well, you can count on God to always tell the truth, and God never changes. Camo, the chameleon here, changes colors a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah, I like to watch the chameleons that live on the island. They're green one minute, then they change to blue or orange or a mixture.
When I say God doesn't change, I'm not talking about who he looks like because God is invisible. But I do mean what God is like is always the same. He is forever kind, forever good, loving, truthful, and perfect. That will never change. And he made everything and everyone. He's the creator.
He sounds great.
God is great. He's amazing. He's wonderful. He's better than you could ever even imagine. He's more important than anyone you'll ever know, by far, and I can't wait to share more of him with you this week. It is gonna be so fun. Hey, Sunny, what is this rope for?
Oh, I put it there, but I can't seem to reach it. Would you pull it for me, please?
Sure, yeah, I can pull for you.
You fell for it!
What happened?
You totally fell for it. I put those ping pong balls up there to pull a prank on you, Miss Tama.
Aloha Islanders and welcome to Lighthouse Lessons. I am Captain Phil and I'm so glad that you're here today. I have a friend coming by in a little bit who's going to share a little out of the Bible for you about what his life looked like, which I think is going to be kind of exciting. My job here on the island is to take care of lighthouses. Have any of you guys ever seen a lighthouse? Now I know it's kind of weird because you're at home watching and I'm here, but feel free to talk out loud as I ask questions, okay? So tell your parents, have you ever seen a lighthouse? Where were you? Maybe you're on a vacation, maybe you're on the beach. Yeah. Well, one important part of my job is to make sure that the light never goes out. Because if the light goes out, the sailor won't know how to get there. And then there will be a big travesty. It will be a really, really bad thing. Sometimes, occasionally, if somebody gets lost at sea, or if a boat capsizes or something like that, I might go out there and save them. But most of my job is to make sure that that light never goes out. So here at Mystery Island, we want to make sure that you keep the light of God's Word always going in your life. That's really, really important. And with that in mind, let's dive right into our first activity, okay? I said it earlier and I'm going to say it again. Just say it out loud, okay? So this game's called First Word. I'm going to say a word, then you say whatever comes to your mind, all right? Island. All right, next one. Pineapple. All right, remember, keep saying them out loud. Beach. Sand. Sand for me, that's the worst. It always gets stuck in my sandals and then it irritates me. I gotta make sure that I find the shower to wash off my feet. It's always such a hassle. Okay, and here's the last one, all right? This is the toughest one. All right, God. What comes to your mind when you hear the word God or when you think of the word God? I'm 34 years old and I find that pretty difficult. It can be kind of hard to actually define it. What comes to mind when I think of God? Some people, they think that God is like this cosmic being out to get them, that he's like this mean old man in the sky and he's just out to get them. Other people, sometimes they think that God is like this, he's like a genie. So if you just when you need something, that's when you call on God. You wish for it and he'll make it happen. But that's not the best way to think about God. But we can't make God into who we want him to be. God is who he is. He doesn't change. He's always there. He's always looking out for him. And we know that. In Titus 1:2, we know that God is completely true and he can't lie. And we know this because it says it in his word. And his word's so important to us. It keeps us on that right path. It keeps us going towards that light, just like the lighthouse. If my light on a lighthouse goes out, a sailor drifts the wrong way, they could be stuck at sea for days. That's the worst. That's a lot of responsibility. Same thing, the Bible keeps us on track. It keeps us going to God. We don't turn God into what we want him to be. It keeps showing us what he actually is. Sometimes on this island I come across awesome stuff. I came across this treasure chest. I cleaned it up pretty well. I knew you guys were going to be here, so I waited for you to look at it with me, and, well, I'm hoping that there's a good treasure in here. Oh my. A treasure map? That's pretty useful. Oh, this is what some people search after. Gold. Oh man, there's so much gold in here. I feel like I'm the luckiest man alive. But then as Christians, we're also called to search after something that's far better than treasure maps or gold or silver or anything like that. The Bible, we can use this to search after God, and we can learn about him And we can discover these awesome things about him, about how he loves us, about how he cares for us, and about how he's a good and gracious Father. So I'm going to bring my friend Paul in, and Paul's going to tell a little story, and it's actually recorded in Acts 17. So if you and your parents want to open up one of your children's Bibles and have them read Acts 17 after Paul talks, you have an even better understanding of what he's talking about. So here's Paul.
Grace and peace to you. I'm Paul, a servant of the Lord here in ancient times. I've been traveling around, starting churches, and telling people about our amazing God and what Jesus, the Son of God, did for us on the cross. In my travels, I arrived in a city called Athens, which is in Greece. I decided to walk around the city, and as I did, I started to feel very upset inside because everywhere I went, I saw idols. Do you know what an idol is? An idol is an image or statue of a false god, a pretend god. The Greeks have many false gods that are made by the people. Sadly, the people worship these idols instead of the one true God. Listen as I tell you a few of them. Maybe you've heard of Kronos, Zeus, Nike, or Poseidon. These are just a few of the many Greek gods I hear about here. Seeing all these idols obsessed me because there's only one true God, and I want everyone to know him. So I decided to go to the synagogue, which is like the Jewish church people go to, and talk to them about the one true God. One day, some of the scholars of Athens asked me to come to this rocky spot up high in the city where they have their court. It's called the Areopagus. They wanted to know what I've been telling everybody. So I said to them, "Men of Athens, I see that you're very religious. For as I passed along, I saw your idols, and even found an altar that said, 'To the unknown God.' Well, what you're worshiping as unknown, I want to tell you about, because God can be known. He doesn't live in temples, and he isn't a statue of gold or silver or stone, but he is God, the maker of the world. He made it and he owns it. And the awesome thing is that if we seek the one true God, we'll find he's not far from us, but he wants to have a relationship with us. God sent his son, Jesus, who lived and died and was raised from the dead, so we can have that relationship if we turn from our sins and seek him." When I finished telling the men this, how do you think they responded? Some made fun of me. Some said they'd like to hear more. And some came with me right then and there because they realized I was right. There really is one true God. You know, many people consider God a mystery, but he can be known, and he wants to be known. Of course, we'll never know everything about God. He's too big and great, but we can know him enough to understand who he is and to have a personal relationship with him. This week, I hope you not only get to know about God, but also get to know God. Well, thanks for having me in. Shalom.
Again, thanks so much for joining us here on Mystery Island. I'm really glad that you joined us, and I'm really glad that you took the time to listen to Paul. I hope you have a bodacious rest of your week.
Hi guys! Today my friends Jackson, Noah, and Mila are going to help us with our study topic, idols. Jackson, do you have any idols?
LeBron James, definitely one of my idols. Michael Jordan, also one of my idols. Lots of famous people are my idols.
Noah, do you struggle with any idols?
I struggle with sometimes putting sports over God. Like I'd rather be playing sports than take the time to do devotions or go to church.
Mila, does God seem exciting to you, worth knowing?
God does seem worth knowing to me because he is great and he's always looking out for us.
Our last thought for today is about the character of God and how he should be like our idol. Jacob, what is one true character quality you know about God?
I know that God is loving and he is all-knowing and omniscient, which means all-powerful.